Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome home. My name is Jay. Today's video is going to be on July 10th, 2019, our daily bread. And I first and foremost want to say thank you for everyone who has watched yesterday's video for the dedication to Steve, who has just been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in the pancreas and the liver. And pray for him and his family and his friends. You can't forget about his friends who have got to know him throughout the years. They'll need some prayers too. So thank you for doing that. That means more than you will ever know. I know I personally got a message today from Lisa, and she had thanked me, but it's not me, it's him, and thanked all of you. So it was good. It was good. He's having a hard time, so if you will continue including him in your prayers. And today's prayer, or reading, I should say, I apologize. The title is called Unseen Realities, and I have not read this. I just got off the phone with my mother. Every Wednesday we have our hour talk, and it's really nice. We get to share what we have experienced in the past week, and she's my mentor on photography, and she just got a new camera, and she went to South Dakota, and she went to the Black Hills, Crazy Horse, Mount Rushmore, Devil's Tower in Wyoming, and we used to live in that area, so she really enjoyed it with my bonus dad. So it was an amazing time for them. So today's title is Unseen Realities. I've not read this, so it's going to be very raw today. Let's see, like it's usually raw with this. This is real. Stephen Cass, an editor at Discovery Magazine, was determined to investigate some of the invisible things that are part of his daily life. As he walked toward his office in New York City, he thought, if I could see radio waves, the top of the Empire State Building with its host of radio and TV antennas, would it be like a kaleidoscope flare, illuminating the entire city? He realized he was surrounded by an invisible electromagnetic field of radio and TV signals, Wi-Fi, and more. Elijah's servant, learned about another kind of unseen reality one morning. The invisible spirit world. He awoke to find himself and his master surrounded by armies of Aram. As far as his eyes could see, there were soldiers mounted powerful war horses. The servant was afraid, but Elijah was confident because he saw the army of angels that surrounded them. He said, "Those who are with us are more than those who are with them." Then he asked the Lord to open his servant's eyes to see. Let me read it. He asked the Lord to open his servant's eyes so he too could see that the Lord was surrounding their enemies and he was in control. Do you feel overpowered or helpless? Remember that God is in control and fights for you. He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all of your ways. In today's questions, how can you learn to trust God's supernatural help? And number 2, how would trusting him more change the way you face difficulties? This is a good one. Very good one. how can you learn to trust God's supernatural help? The way how I learned, me personally, is when I was going through a very, very traumatic time. And I had shared in my previous Daily Breads, just recently, when I was in a spiritual warfare when I was up in Omaha. And I had just, it was horrific. I mean, it's like I was seeing the army come and attack me. And it was not the good side. So me putting the rosary on around my neck, that was going to be my shield. And I had taken it off, so when I had bathed, I had went back after to get ready to go back to find the rosary, and it wasn't there. I panicked. I truly, hey guys, it's okay, it's okay. Ginger, it's okay, sweetheart. No, it's not. I panicked because I don't want to talk over the dogs. That's not very respectful. I had panicked, thinking, I'm gonna, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. And I thought, and I just prayed. I go, God, please protect me. Please be with me. And that's when I stated, I'm entrusting in you to protect me. I'm trusting you. Please protect me. And it's almost like an anxiety attack, if you are able to relate to that. And it's like, I can't find that rosary for me to battle of the spiritual warfare that I am facing. And it was, I felt powerless, if that makes sense. So I just sat down and I just prayed and I prayed and said, where could it have gone? Where did it go? And something calmly and warm, and it was just like a breath of fresh air. Something lifted off my shoulders, my back, and it was like saying to me, you have me. Trust me, you have me. So I trusted. I began trusting. And I go, okay, God, I'll trust you. And I would say probably 2 days later, I found it. It was underneath the bed. And I don't know if maybe one of the cats had grabbed it and drug it underneath the bed because they were playing with it. I'm assuming that's probably what had happened. But I had to learn, when I felt at that time I'm being attacked and I need something to protect me, and I felt it was the rosary, but actuality it's my trust in God. So the supernatural situation, I get it, meaning being different and unique and able to, God has given me a gift, And knowing that he entrusts me to show me things that some are unable to see. So on that note, I lay on that time in Omaha, I laid it in God's hands. I laid all of my worries, all of my doubts, all of my insecurities into God's hands. It's not going to happen overnight. We're human. More or less, you're building that relationship. I hate to say it, but it's true. I remember I used to worry so much about stuff that it's going to happen. If not, I just wasted that time on that. Believe me, I know what it feels like. So today, when something is not going in the direction that I wished it would go to, or something just happened, I just state to say, in God's name, I entrust in you. You know what's going on. Please comfort me and give me some guidance or wisdom so I can go through this process. You've given me the eyes, but I had to go through a journey, go through a season, a difficult time, to build that relationship with Him. And it's the reward of the relationship with God with me is remarkable. Don't get me wrong, I still deal with anxiety every single day. I'm no superhero here. I am just like you out there, you. It's a daily thing, but it's not as, I'm trying to think of a good word. It's not as paralyzing as it was before. You know, I'm thinking, I have to bring this upstairs for some reason, and I don't know, and I understand now. I have this little guy. I love the Magic 8 Ball. It's so funny. I love it, and it's like, you're going to say a question. You're going to shake it up and say, I'm just going to throw it out there. Are we going to be relocated to Ohio within the end of the year? And it says, you may rely on it. That's what it says. Let me see if I can show. I don't know if you can see it. I'll have to take a photo. And I'll have to put it on my, yeah, hold on. While you guys are watching me, I'm taking a photo of this. And I will put it, because if I was going to remove it. But yeah, you may, so that's a Super 8. That's the 8 Ball. It's so funny. He already knows. So we have a fortune cookie. Let's see what the fortune cookie has to say today. You know, that whole natural, supernatural, what's my saying today? What's my saying today? Whoops, it's blank. Okay, no. Always do your best. God works in mysterious ways. You should always do your best. You should always try. In 2019, I don't think I've shared it in this series, is for me to face my fears. And it's crippling when we have fears and it's like, I'm about to turn the big 5-0. I'm just starting over. I have another 50 years to go. I can do it. If Grandma can do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to live till I'm 100 years old. thing is that I want you to understand is not to always put your dealing with supernaturals, dealing with, is a fortune cookie telling me a message? Is a Super 8 telling me a message? What are the chances of that? What are the chances? You have a better chance of talking to him than anything across the board. I know, believe me. I've done it all. And what I mean by I've done it all, I have done stones, I've done cards, I've done candles, I've done, if anyone knows, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I know the supernatural. I know. I've lived the world. And it's scary. And I'm happy where I'm at because I am not in control. And his army is much bigger than this army. God is much bigger. Believe me. God's given you a gift. Find your gift. If you know what it is, utilize it in a positive, do your best. In today's reading, Elijah opened, prayed. This is going to be from 2 Kings, chapter 6, from 17. Elijah prayed, "Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see." When I lost my rosary for those days, I had to open my eyes. And today's prayer: fear not, for God is with us and for us. Call on him. Talk to him. Pray to him. Thank him. Be grateful. Be humbled. Pay it forward. Be a servant. Most of all, I'm coming. Oh, my little man. Oh, my little man. Be good to yourself. Fill your cup. Read the word. Make a safe place where you need to be your war room. And what I mean by a war room is going to a space. My office is my safe place where I'm able to read. I'm able, yes, I have tons of distractions. I have my dogs, I have all of this around me is distraction, but I know my eyes are open and I focus. Are you focusing? Are your blinders off? I think you heard me open the fortune cookie. That is, I love you guys. Welcome home. You're safe. If you, tomorrow will be a new day. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. It was a fun one. Happy birthday, Daddy. 13 years. It was 13 years today. No, 16 years you have passed. Oh my goodness. I need to, it just seems like it was yesterday. It was just, and you know what? I will meet him again. I will see him in heaven, and he will have both of his legs, and I can hear his voice, and he'll have a cup of coffee ready for me with cream and sugar. When I'm 100, Daddy. You gotta wait until I'm 100. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Be good to yourself. Be good to others, for we just do not know what part of their journey they're on. Until tomorrow, we'll see you. So have a fantastic day or night when you see this. Love you always, Jay.